Yay! On a Saturday. Okay, welcome,
Woohoo!
welcome everybody. Just as a quick reminder, new chapters every Friday. They're super cool and fun, and I love them. But of course I do because I'm writing them. But if you're interested in this world, in this story, it is a prequel to this campaign, and it's a lot of fun getting to explore characters, kind of a lot of Three Rivers as well. Also, we're pretty active on TikTok now, so if you hang out on TikTok or Instagram, we're having a lot of fun just kind of throwing out content, see what you like. Um, uh, and maybe ask for stuff you might like to see that we're not doing. So anyway, recap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the name of the country club in King of the Hill?
What?
Three Rivers.
Three Rivers. I don't know. It's the
I
name of
think
the
that I
city we were in.
I think it's the name of the country club in King of the Hill.
I don't know. I
I,
wasn't
I'm
allowed to
I'm
watch King the Hill.
I'm looking it up now,
Oh,
so
okay.
Nine Rivers.
Nine Rivers.
oh,
Ah,
okay.
okay.
6 more rivers.
Yeah.
Where'd they get them?
Three
I'm gonna-
times as many rivers.
I'm gonna have to adjust the city map, guys.
Can't be outrivered.
That's a lot of rivers.
We gotta
10
do a find
rivers.
replace. We're
Got
gonna
some sort of
change
river envy.
3 for 10. I'm not gonna be outrivered.
A series of dams.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, the other thing is Alazan is releasing maps soon. So if you like Alazan's maps and you want some of that action, we will be releasing them to our Patreon quite soon. Well, some of the game maps are already in there. So if you're interested in any of that. Okay, so recap. A lot happened last week. Sorry, Omega.
Yep.
We started to loot the bodies, or no, we looted the bodies. So there wasn't much to find. So Rana then we gathered the bodies. Rana did her like praying, consecrating thing. Try to make sure they stay dead this time. And then Rana and Kenai went to go check out that library or book room. I can't remember if it was actually a library. Rana finds a handful of books that aren't going to fall apart when she touches them, but they're written in Almani, so she stuffs them into the bag of holding and is going to show them to Ethan later. Ethan reads Almani, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. And then she senses some undead in like up, what is it, northeast, and tells that to Kenai, and then the party goes around the corner and finds the undead centaur putting together another undead centaur. So we attack it, and we fight, what was it, 2 or 3 centaurs? And 3?
Yeah.
Three centaurs. Flame scullianas, so like three flame skulls kind of stuck together, and then a blob of flesh that was apparently called Churvish. That thing exploded on us. We got fireballed like 6 times in 2 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
And that was, we were all, I think Rana took all 6 of those fireballs. She was hurting pretty bad there at the end. It's 3 flame skulls.
Yeah.
That's one of its features.
But we did manage to kill everything. And Rana dumped some holy water on the flame scullianas. We checked out the room that the flame skulls and Churvish came out of, but we didn't really find anything. So Rana did more like chanting and praying, and then they shut the door and then moved on to like the upper right corner, and we found a bunch of like horse statues and stuff. One of the candelabras was lit. There were a couple of coffins, and then a couple of like just stone sarcophagi. Not a couple, sorry, 2 rows of stone sarcophagi, one in the south end of the room and one at the north end of the room. And then turned out these were like famous, I'm guessing Vasharii riders and knights and stuff. And we were that's what we were looking for, evidence of the Wyvern Kith, the Dragonborn that had like dissipated into the room or into the wall, and we didn't find anything about that. But we did find an alcove. One of the walls behind one of the knights' little sarcophagi was like discolored or something. And then eventually we figured out like, oh, it's this one lit candelabra, and we like twisted it or whatever, and the door opened. It's like, okay, cool. There was a lot of money in that little alcove. So we loaded now. But when we tried to get out of the crypt, we found more cards. We found 2 more cards for Ambrose, and I think we found all 3 that were in this little crypt. Because we went to go check out another room, and we found one under a carpet. So we have the brass key and the throne now, and I think the other one was the moon that we found in here. But Ambrose isn't here, so
Ambrose.
Ambrose,
come back.
Ambrose, come back. So we went to go try to get out of the crypt, and the front had caved in. There's just a massive pile of rocks and stuff. So we spent 2 hours digging ourselves out. And then we got out, but we also made sure to like make a big enough hole to get all the treasure out as well. So we got all of that tucked into the tank, the Mark IV, and then we were kind of ambushed by like undead goatmen. But we take them out like fairly quickly. But yeah, that was kind of creepy. I figured the Lich is probably pretty angry with us. And then we pile it in the tank to get the fuck out of there, and then we see a horde directly in front of us. And that's where we ended.
With fear in our
Who said
hearts.
there's a lich?
What?
I said what? Who said there's a lich?
Well, we found a phylactery. Were you there for that, Omega? You knew we found a
I'm
phylactery.
tangentially aware.
Yeah.
Who's there?
Oh,
Yeah.
Found that thing before.
Yeah, we found a phylactery.
Or we found something that had phylactery-like writing near it, or in it.
Phylactery or phylactery-like device.
It's like a training phylactery.
It was phylactery.
So yeah, that's where we at.
Group piled into the Doom engine and began the trek out of this box canyon, going back north, retracing the treads that brought you here.
wouldn't we be going south?
The box canyon, you had to come in from the north.
Okay, thanks for reminding
So you came around, but yeah, to get to this site from the trees was northeast.
me. Okay.
After a couple minutes, you spot a mass of creatures moving in your direction. First, it's unclear, but when you get closer, you note that it's a 5 score, maybe 6 score of medium-sized creatures shambling towards you. They what do you do?
And they're coming from the north or from the west?
The north. They're filling the box canyon from one side to the other, but it's a very thin line.
Can we see how they're armed, if at all?
They're still a couple 100 feet away. so you're not sure what they are or how well armed they are. Well, you can see things that are pole arm-esque, long hafted weapons, possibly,
Rana's gonna start firing.
well as clubs. What's her range?
It says 200,
And then
and then 800, but
Okay.
sharpshooter I think means I can shoot at 800 without
Without
disadvantage.
penalty. Yep. What were you gonna say, Wi-Fi?
I was going to ask if this is as Kenai. Is anybody here proficient in that cannon? I know we loaded a few boulders.
Oh, I am.
Yeah, I think that's where let's take a couple shots, shoot our ammo at least. Well, at least once we're in range.
Oh, I don't remember the range of the catapult. Let me find.
You pinned.
Where is it pinned?
It's a pinned in general.
Pinned in general.
900 feet.
That's a lot of feet. Okay. We do have a ram ability on the tank, as well as an AoE electric shock and a flamethrower. So I say we just we can use Thorax actually. Once they get in range anyway.
Yeah, I like the guys that don't have range. So like Kenai, definitely man any of the long range weapons that are on the tank.
Sure.
But Rana's gonna stick with her bow.
Quick review of the layout. The bottom portion of the engine is divided into two compartments. The back compartment, where you enter from, it has sort of windows with covers that can be opened up, so like shuttered arrow slits, and it's kind of almost like a common room in that it's has seating, and off when you rest for the night, that's typically where you would stay. The forward part houses a ballista, which can fire in a forward arc only, and then above that is the helm where Tonist and Liger drive the engine from. The behind the helm, outside of the tank of the engine, is the catapult.
Mm-hmm.
And the catapult swivel, so it can be aimed in any direction, but it does, because it is a catapult, it has a minimum range of 100 feet.
Okay, got it.
So who's going to man the catapult?
I have siege weapon proficiency, so I think I need to do that.
Then before you get out there, but we would like to time this. Rana is going to cast protection from good and evil
Okay.
on Tonist, since he will
Okay.
be a target on top.
Okay. I would like assistance loading from Kenai if possible as well.
Yeah, Kenai can assist.
She can only cast it on one of you.
What
He-
what time is it? Like how light is it outside?
You came here early in the morning, spent a couple hours, so it's 1 in the
noonish.
afternoon.
Okay. I was just making sure we weren't getting ready for another
Just
nighttime
be on
fight.
your-
Yes, Ambrose.
Hey,
Hey.
What's up?
Good.
Did you have a nice
I am-
nap?
I thought we were starting at 30. I did not realize we were starting at the top of the hour. That's my bad.
All good.
We haven't done anything yet, so.
Oof.
Okay, cool.
Well, we did
to
wait.
be fair, we are
Rest-
preparing for a large battle.
Yeah.
Rest
and
in
that-
peace recap.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's okay. My recaps aren't as good as my sister's.
Jennifer does give really great recaps.
So real quick for Guff, the engine is headed towards a mass of bodies that are filling the box canyon that you're leaving. And you're a few hundred feet away, so far away that you can't really tell what they are, but you see some have long hafted weapons and others carrying clubs, some with shields. You can see glinting of metal, light off of metal. They, it, if they were like a human group, it'd be more like a militia than an organized force, such as the
Okay.
inconsistency between their equipment.
Okay. And they're all mainly looking pretty humanoid for the most part.
Yeah, 2 arms, 2
Okay.
legs, moving your direction. Rana's climbing onto the top of the engine to start loosing arrows.
Oh, I
Thomas-
can't shoot from inside.
Yeah, you can. You can get into the forward part where the ballista is and fire through that gap.
Okay,
That-
she'll
that's
do
an
that.
option.
Yeah.
Okay. Kenai and Tonist are going up to the catapult, and Liger is going to be continuing the drive. What is everyone else doing?
Really quick, who wants the protection from good and evil? Tonist or Kenai? It'll give undead disadvantage on attack rolls at you. And you can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them.
I suggest Tonist, since he's proficient. We want these hits to land.
Okay. So there.
He's got a big
then
shield
that's-
too.
Rana does a little chanting, focusing on the note and name of Mie, and then
And you're doing it
cast that
specifically
onto Tonist. And then goes to where the ballista is. Oh, wait, sorry. Warding bond. Ambrose, are you planning on going out there on top, or are you going to stay in here?
I'll probably go out on top. I got a lot of freaky shenaniganery spells that'll probably should be in the open air for.
Okay, then she's going to cast Warding Bond.
What does
on
that do?
Ambrose. That is why I gave you that platinum ring.
Oh yeah.
So you have to stay within 60 feet of me. But you gain +1 to AC and saving throws. And you have resistance to all damage.
Oh, that is very nice.
Okay.
So-
I
give me-
appreciate it.
That is yours.
Give me an attack roll for the catapult.
Okay, let me figure that one out real quick. Catapult. Required crew 0 if unmanned. Reload time is 3 actions with a crew of 2. The weapons can be reloaded prior to the same action. Wonderful. Bolt +5 to hit. So I said, is that just a 20? Just give you a good old D20 +5.
Yeah.
That seems like a pretty good hit to me.
Okay. You launch the first boulder out of the catapult, arcs through the air, and smashes into. Where are you aiming?
Center.
Center, man.
Forward.
Center of the. Smashes into the center of this line of creatures, bouncing and rolling through. The creatures continue to move forward, but they don't fill the gap, which, I mean, the boulder took out probably a half dozen.
I reload in the same action. Because 2 people are manning, I think, right? That's the...
What was the question?
With 2 people manning the weapon, it can be fired and reloaded in the same action. Is that correct?
The crew to reload it and fire it in the same action. Yes.
Okay. So it will also be reloaded.
Yeah.
After firing.
And then a couple arrows from Rana.
Do you want me to roll those?
Yeah. Where are you aiming?
Prioritizing the ones with the longest reaching weapons.
What? That'll hit. You don't have to roll damage.
Okay. And then
Okay. So, two of the figures that have spears or maybe halberds or pikes fall after a couple of arrows from Rana. Is anyone else doing anything?
If I'm helping, never mind. Actually, I'm
Yeah, you're
tied up.
reloading the catapult, grabbing a boulder with
I can
Tonus and shoving it in the
I have a question.
ease.
Does me firing the catapult count as an attack? Count as me attacking specifically?
No,
Okay, never mind. That.
can't add arcane strike to it.
I was gonna see if I could use extra attack to just fire again, but that
Oh
sounds
no,
totally
no, it
broken.
is an
if that-
action too.
If that's the case, I could help, and I'll use my smite on the
Nice.
attacks with the catapult.
We could, yeah.
All six of you will fire the catapult. Rana will add her Colossus Slayer, and we'll get some sneak attack from
Sneak attack,
Ethan,
yeah.
Rage
Good
damage from
with a
Kenai.
catapult.
Yeah, at the very end, just load Kenai directly into the catapult himself.
Can I
I'll
haste
enter
the
the
boulder?
rage in the air.
Can I haste the boulder and make it fly twice as fast?
Oh yeah, why not?
Fly
It'll be
twice as
exhausted
hard.
though when it's out of
It
range.
gets its movement slow
Oh,
by 10
it'll
feet. We
have
can
to-
push it 10 feet forward or back.
The boulder will have to sit there for a round and not move. Yeah.
So it'll hit, and then it won't roll until the next round.
Oh, like a delayed roll. That'd be sick, actually. Oh, just a boulder.
A delayed rolled catapult. That's like a 6th-level spell.
not
The engine
forward.
rolls forward, and the mass of bodies closes in. They still a couple hundred feet away. A few arrows fly through the air and fall short of the engine.
Can Rana see the archers?
Yes.
Yeah, where
Okay.
the mark?
Okay, Rana will make sure to target the archers next.
Okay. Next round.
Second verse, same as the first.
Okay. Targeting that center area.
Well, if they haven't
Did you
replenished
say
it,
that they reformed lines when?
They didn't. No.
Well, then I don't want to aim for a gap.
Well, yeah. So center left or center right.
Is there any probably not, but is there anywhere where I can see more of them kind of gathered together than other areas?
Make a perception check.
I'm good at those.
Yeah, there's you're able to see a clump of them, kind of middle left.
I'm aiming for the clump.
Okay.
Never mind. Well, mate, I don't know how this works actually.
It's actually pretty. Hold on, double check. Okay. Roll damage.
Both of those were terrible rolls.
Um, okay, the boulder. It's mostly on target of as it descends and is about to hit. You will see quite a few of them sort of move to the sides. It still takes out about half of the clump, but
Okay,
they were able to anticipate it and
that's fair.
moved out of the way. It bounced over a couple of them and probably killed another half dozen because it was a larger clump, but not the results that you might have hoped for. Rana? Yep. All right.
Ugh.
Couple of the archers are taken down. You continue rolling forward, and they surge in your direction. Let's see. Arrows fly through the air. All aiming at Tonist, several land near Tonist. The protection of the spell that Rana provided is more than enough to keep him out of
Oh, yeah.
harm's way. One of them does strike Kenai, though. Oh, with a crit for 8 damage.
Okay.
What is Ambrose doing? So you're probably about 200 feet away now. At this point, you
Huh.
can see bits of flesh hanging off of them. Some of the ligaments are a little exposed. You can see, like, at an elbow where most of the flesh is gone, and the arm of one is just sort of hanging by bits of stringy stuff.
Ooh.
There's a wavy haze of. Oh, you hope it's not, but it's probably insects flying above these things.
Oh, that tracks. Yeah. Um, it is just a little bit out of my range, but I could use some Eldritch Blasts.
If it's out of range, then they're gonna fizzle out before they do any damage.
Oh, okay, that's how spell projectiles work. Um, hmm. I guess Ambrose is just going to get, because I don't think I have anything that can get out to 200 feet, so I think Ambrose is just going to get on top of the Doom Engine and hang out for the
Okay.
time being.
All right. What about Lightum and Athan?
Ethan doesn't have that kind of range, so he's just
Okay.
sitting on top of the Doom Engine with everyone else.
Yep, about the same.
Okay. Don't want to jog next to it. Okay. At this point, the mass of undead begins to group together. They start edging in from the ends, and the center begins to form up once more. Third round, what does do?
How far
They're
are they?
gathering together, you say?
About 200 feet. Yep, they start
Okay,
to get
still 200.
closer together.
Kenai is looking around, and I believe this is the last boulder, but are there any other boulders?
We need more than 3. Do we only have 3?
I thought we got to 3, but I could be wrong. Yeah.
You haven't fired off that many boulders. Didn't you get a bunch at one point? Didn't you have 10?
I don't have it tracked on my character sheet. Is the pro? Oh, I have 3 boulders listed on my thing currently.
Okay.
Maybe we had 3 and then found an additional 3, so 6 total. Unless I just didn't track it right.
That sounds correct because you certainly didn't
Boulders
have
be heavy.
0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we
Cool.
have
Six.
4.
Yep.
Okay.
Four shots.
I
Let's
will
go.
update my. How much effort would it take for us to like pour oil onto one and like light it before firing?
Oh, that's
You
good.
have to have enough oil, and so it'd probably take, if it's just the two of you, probably a couple rounds.
Eh,
If you have
I don't have any
8
oil.
flasks of oil.
I do have oil, but that's pretty costly. So
You'd also run the risk of setting the catapult on fire.
Yeah.
Just
That's
FYI.
Kina will just continue to support reloading the catapult.
Okay.
And Tonus will continue aiming and firing the catapult.
Okay. You can do that now.
I will do that now. I will aim for the clump since you said they were clumping.
Okay. Yeah, they're sort of pushing in from the edges, trying to get into a bigger mass in the center of the box canyon.
Ah.
Okay. It's a little off target, but you still manage to hit a few of them and take off arms and heads and blow through their torsos. Bits of undead fly into the air. Ron,
Oh,
archers.
yeah. If there's more archers, she'll target the archers.
Okay.
Oh man, we're just. Okay, that's better.
Those actually both hit. 2 more archers
Oh.
are taken down.
Great.
Guys are probably getting to about 120 feet away. Let's actually about 100 each round, so 100 feet away. If
Damn, they're
Ambrose-
moving quick.
Well, you
They
guys are
should
moving
move it.
towards them, and they're moving
Oh,
towards
okay,
you.
okay, okay. Okay, if we're moving closer, then after firing, well, actually, Liger can fire the flamethrower, can't he? Yes, he can.
You direct him, yes.
I will yell at him from on the roof. The minimum range of the catapult is 100 feet.
Yeah.
So if they're 100 feet away, then it's no longer really effective.
Okay.
So I'll probably
yeah,
switch.
if you're not right on target, it might blow right over the head rather than hit him. But it's
If that's the case, then I'll direct Kenai to go back down.
Okay.
Unless he wants to stay up here for some reason.
Well, we're still 120 feet away, right?
Oh, that's true. I guess we could get one more shot in, then go down.
Yeah, I think.
but first let's see what Ambrose is doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they're running up closer, if we're about 100 feet away, then I'm gonna use some Eldritch Blasts.
Okay. Give me a couple attack rolls.
All right, let me find it. It's been a couple weeks since I used Forge. There we go.
And a couple weeks since you've used Ambrose.
Yeah. Oh.
That'll hit.
All
In a
right.
couple weeks since you looked at me.
Yeah. Oh, do I also roll damage for that, or do you just want
Worry about
attacks?
him. Just attacks.
Okay. 17.
That'll hit. And then you get
All right.
one more.
One more.
Want to push them or pull them?
I'd probably push him.
Okay. Ambrose, standing atop the Doom engine, fires off 3 Eldritch Blasts, and these 3 undead ragdoll away from the main body, tumbling across the rocky canyon.
Exactly what I had envisioned.
What about Ethan and Lightum? Do they have anything at this range?
Yeah, I'm good still.
Yeah, Ethan will wait. It's still not really worth it to try and shoot him with a short bow.
Few more arrows rain down on Tonist. What's Tonist AC?
18, but I can cast a shield if need be.
Okay. Despite the protection from good and evil, an arrow is coming right at Tonist.
Then I will cast shield if that's what you're saying needs to happen here.
At the last moment, Tonist erects a magical shield. It deflects that arrow and another arrow that was coming right after it.
Wonderful.
I rolled an 18-20 and then a 17-19, so
Oh, good years.
3 arrows at Kenai. Kenai takes an arrow for 5.
Okay.
And given Ambrose some retribution, 1 strikes him for 9.
Oh, that's rude.
So you only
It
take
was
half.
It was a crit.
Oh. Oh.
Warding bond, you take the other.
Yes, I take the other half. So is it
Oh, that's a cool
4
ability.
and 5 or 5?
4 and 4 because it's resistance, so it's half round down, and then you just take the same
Okay.
amount.
Okay.
Oh, really quick, did we long rest before this? Because
Nope.
Ambrose is damaged and has a
Nope.
spot missing.
Nope.
Okay, we're just going off this. All right.
We sweating, bro.
Okay. The engine continues to move forward, and the mass reaches it. They start to. Oh no, because this is that round. Okay, so you're 100 feet away. What do?
Rana's gonna keep targeting archers.
Okay.
You and I will disengage since we don't need to bother reloading this time. And
Okay.
I do have a javelin that I can throw, so I'm going to toss one of these.
I will stay on the roof as well and use the grenade launcher for the next couple shots.
Nice. Okay. Do you want to shoot the catapult first, or are you just switching to the grenade launcher?
How close are they now?
About 100 feet.
If they're clumped up, the grenade launcher might actually be better damage-wise anyway.
They are clumping. Yeah.
They do be clumping.
You're forming a rough ellipsoid.
Well,
The range of the grenade launcher is 6120. Does that mean I would be firing at disadvantage?
Disadvantage. Yep.
Okay, I will fire the catapult then.
Nice.
Well, wait. It's an AoE, so disadvantage really means nothing for the most part.
I mean, if you aim for the center of this group of undead and you're off by a couple squares, it'll just hit a different group of undead.
That's what I was thinking. I'll just fire the grenade launcher twice.
Whereas the catapult, once it hits, it then rolls, from that point of impact.
Okay, I don't know how the calculation is working for the rolling part of it, so. Yeah, I guess we'll get one last catapult shot in then.
All right.
You talked me into it. I want to aim. Okay, so is the very first one at the one that's like at 100 feet, like the closest to us is 100 feet?
Probably let's see. There's probably a rough count, maybe 70 to 80 remaining, and the closest, say, 10 to 20 of them are about 80 feet, and then the remainder are 100 feet and further.
Gotcha. Okay. Can I do that? No, I cannot action surge. Darn. Okay. Yeah, I'll just fire as close as I can fire
Okay.
without being at disadvantage then.
Yep.
To get the most benefit from the roll. Why? What? That's the best damage roll so far. What is happening with? It's gone 5, 4, 3.
Ooh. Okay, so it's off target, but they are a mass of undead, and they're very clumped together. They're not, standing in 5-foot squares. They're
Sure.
shoulder to shoulder. The boulder smashes into a group a little off center to the left, but it then pops up and rolls quite a bit, taking out. Could have been 10, 15 of them.
Okay.
nice.
As body parts fly, you see them continue to push in together to try to form this death ball.
Okay. Can I use my bonus action to tell Liger to fire the flamethrower when half the distance has been closed, or do I have to tell him specifically when to fire?
That's fair. You can do that.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Rana?
Oh yeah.
Or, sorry, when they're right in front of us. Sorry.
Yeah, when they're right on the edge. Okay. All right.
Archers still, yeah.
2 more archers and Ambrose.
Okay, so we're really just like bashing into the undead right now, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So if Ambrose is standing on top of the Doom engine, how far above the ground is he?
The top of the Doom engine where the catapult is about 18 feet. The housing
Okay.
where Liger drives from is adds another 5 feet or so. So if you're on that, then 23 feet.
Okay. If I'm standing on the top of the Doom engine at the front of it, and theoretically, in theory, I wanted to shoot a big long bolt of lightning out the front of it, how, I guess, could I tell how effective that would be? Like, can I do like a sweeping sort of, so it would get everything in front of us, or is it a specific sort of beam? So I would have to do some Pythagorean
Yeah,
shenanigans.
you can't sweep it across. It's not like a lightning whip. It's just a
Oh,
quick
not
bolt, and then
not sweep it across, sweep it like forwards. So it's because it has a 5 foot sort of
wide. Yeah.
diameter on it.
Right.
So would it hit most of the things in front of us, or would it hit just like where the tip lands of it, I guess?
You could probably catch the heads of the front ones, and it angled down to hit the feet a couple ranks back.
Okay.
The
Yeah, I'm gonna
frontmost
do that
ones
then.
are roughly 80 feet away. So you're gonna catch a decent chunk, but not the whole group.
Oh wait, how?
The frontmost ones are about 80 feet away, and then it goes to about 120 feet
How
away.
close are we
That's
still?
Floyd. About 80 feet from the
Okay.
front ones.
Sorry, you cut out a little bit there.
About 80 feet away from the very front ones.
Oh, okay. I thought we were like Dead Rising 3 already smashing through them at this point. In that case, I'm gonna just use some more Eldritch Blasts.
I mean, you can wait until they get closer if you want to hold, because they're surging forward.
Oh, that's true. Man, like a week goes by and I forget how to play this game.
Because they're gonna, I mean, at the end of this quote unquote round, they're gonna be on the engine.
Okay.
Well, not on.
In that case,
around.
I'm gonna use Lightning Bolt, but I'm gonna wait until they're about like 20 feet away, so I can sort of hopefully like drill a hole through them right in front of us.
Okay. What about Ethan and Lightem?
I'm gonna use 2 of the charges off the Pearl to cast Death Ward.
Okay. On
Me.
nice, Ethan. That's fine. I just wanted to clarify.
Ethan, I guess will now fire his short bow. That's deflect missiles. Any of them have ranged weapons, so I'll target them, I guess.
Yeah, there's still a handful left. The arrows have definitely been diminishing as the rounds go by. That'll hit. Don't need to roll damage.
Excuse me. Oh.
Nope.
Couple arrows.
And then, as a bonus action, he'll cast Sanctuary on himself.
Okay. Couple arrows land near Tonist. Not really doing much. And a couple land near Ambrose. Oh god, another one crits. Just like last, it must have drilled that same spot that the first one hit the turn before.
He just
for another
Robin Hood splits the arrow in half.
Yeah. For another 9 points of damage.
So 4 and 4.
Hit 4 and 4. The undead continue to surge forward as the engine moves in its direction. We'll have the lightning bolt and the flamethrower. Oh, I think Kenai, you were gonna throw javelin.
I was gonna, but I found out we're 80 feet away, so I'm gonna hold that and instead take this potion of supreme healing.
Okay.
Smart.
Yeah.
Good call.
Nice.
Oh, hell yeah. That's good juice.
And okay, so that should end the previous turn.
The undead surge forward. They get about 50 feet away and they come to a halt as the. Well, sorry. They continue forward as the Doom engine and it move in towards each other. They begin to slow and clump together, and you see that their attire at this range, their attire and their look, they it's very strange garb. Definitely not what you are used to seeing back in the human lands of Gresha. Um, the armor, the tattered armor that they do have is it's mostly chest plates and like greaves. There's not a lot of cover on the thighs or the biceps. Helms are sort of that faceless helmet with like a couple of them you can see have old bristles that go from the front to the back in like a mohawk style. And it all looks very rusted.
Does this ring any bells to Rana? This style of
Uh,
armor?
I'm sorry. What was the question? I was too busy laughing at ring any bells.
Yeah,
I-
I didn't think about that, but that was not intentional. Does Rana
pun still
recognize
I don't get it.
the? Does Rana recognize the style of armor?
No.
Okay.
History check?
Okay.
Is that from anybody who sees them, or just from
Yeah.
her?
Yeah, you can anyway that sees them. That's fine.
Roll it up.
Yeah, it's not something you've seen before in person, but you've seen in portraits and murals read about. This is old Visharii style.
Okay.
I don't know what that means.
The dragon hunter, the dragon toters.
Oh, that's a problem, probably.
That all of these
Um,
undead are old Drakentoters or Basharia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They begin to glow this faint
Oh,
purple light, sort of limbing their bodies, and they slow as the engine gets nearer till I think what 50 feet was when you said halfway for the flamethrower.
I changed it to when we were right on top of them.
Oh, right on top. That's right. Okay, so about 20 feet away, Ambrose lightning bolts them.
Yee. Let me get back to the right tab. There we go.
Compared to when we first saw the horde, have their numbers
Well,
diminished
significantly.
substantially, or
Yeah, it's probably a third of the size
Oh.
it was.
okay?
Oh, right. Dexterity check. Let me just do a bunch of those. You're going to get quite a lot of them.
It's also making me put a thing on the thing, so I'm gonna just put that there.
I know how to deal with those.
This is a new
Appreciate it.
tournament, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. A significant number just fall in place down the center of this mass. It probably gets another quarter of the remaining undead. And definitely at this distance, you can see these insect cloud hovering above them, following as they march forward. Some of them, even at this distance, they look like big insects.
Oh boy.
And then Kenai throws a couple javelins.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no. Did you say you were going to do something else?
No. If they're, hold on. Sorry.
Oh, you changed from throwing to waiting until they were closer to throw. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
But they're
Skulls.
they are within range of a javelin now for
Yes.
me, so I will do that.
Okay.
Throw this one. That's
Also, really quick,
anybody that's doing range.
Did you want damage from the lightning bolt or no?
No, if you want to roll it, you can. I mean, it's fun to roll.
They seem
I
to be
kind of
very.
want to roll
He's
just
just
to see
having
the
them
big
heal.
numbers.
Yeah,
Yeah, is it our dice?
20 damage even if they save.
Yikes.
Lightning bolts are really fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that hits with the javelin, and then
I'm gonna throw a second one too.
yep. So 2 more fall in place. The group of undead continue and start to that the purplish light grows brighter and brighter. Even the ones that have fallen, you can see them kind of dimly lit, even in this afternoon sun further out where they fell as they were taking the catapults and arrow fire and eldritch blasts. But the ones that were most recently dispatched, especially the front portion of the lightning bolted crowd, are very strongly lit, overpoweringly the daylight itself. And that's when the engine gets right on top of them for a flamethrower.
Please.
My bonus action is telling Liger to fire using his bonus action, but I also wanted to use my action to shoot my grenade launcher at some point.
Well, this is still the round that you just shot the catapult bolt.
Okay. It's a 60-foot cone. They make a deck save. It just does it. So
60-foot cone is quite a big cone.
it is a DC 13 save for half. Oh,
Okay.
oh.
I mean, at this point, you can count how many are remaining standing. Only about
That is
only
better than half, actually.
only 8 of them make it to the engine itself. As they touch the front of the engine and are getting rolled over, you hear tiny pops of
Shit.
this fleshy, goopy sort of explosion of viscera, some making it through the ballista housing gap and splattering the inside. Everywhere it hits, it sizzles, and you can hear the sort of a melty noise of the metal of the engine as these creatures, through whatever necromantic power, have exploded onto the engine.
It's not good.
But fortunately,
Bro, we're getting gooped.
taken out so many of them that the threat was greatly diminished.
But the remaining ones are still purple, right?
Yes. Yeah, 1 second.
So I guess I'll yell down to Liger, hard starboard or whatever.
The engine takes 13 points of damage.
Okay, let me do damage for full amount. It is resistant to acid damage, if that matters.
It's necrotic.
It is okay.
What if it's necrotic acid?
Ooh.
Ooh.
The ballista housing. Oh, okay. It has a damage threshold of 10.
Yep. So the ballista housing takes 13 and drops down to 137. So not too bad, because took out a significant number on their way in, down from something like 120 to 8. So, but as they pop, the other bodies, certainly the ones further out, they no longer are glowing with that purple light.
Oh,
It
good.
diminishes. Whatever was holding them together, it may have required cohesion, massive bodies rather than individual strength. Maybe like some sort of weird shocker lizard undead.
Shocker lizards. Glad we didn't run into those things.
Are there any left?
None moving. There's a lot of bodies in this canyon now.
Do you detect undead, Rana?
Nope.
Nope.
What about those bugs that were flying above us?
I think those were just bugs.
Yeah, there's insects that are, you can see them flying about the corpses, picking like flies, and some are like smaller like gnats. Some of the flies are quite large. They're a couple inches across. They look real gross. They're bug-eyed.
Hey, because the thing.
Mm,
Some of the proboscises look rather long and sharp, but they don't bug you.
Nice. Okay.
I don't get it.
We've stopped the Doom Engine, right?
no.
No,
Where's-
Tonus,
Well,
direct
Kenai
it
will
to the
ask
right.
Tunis to stop the Doom Engine real quick so he can recover his javelins.
Are
Almost
you
like
sure?
trying
This seems
over-
like kind of a rough neighborhood, bud.
Well, do we see any other danger? I mean, this is a desert. It's flatland.
You're in hills, and you're in a
Oh.
box canyon.
Do they have eyes?
How long will it take me to
don't.
recover 2 javelins?
Not very long.
I can grab them. I'm faster than the tank.
Thanks, Ethan.
You
Okay.
just pop the back of it down and like run out, kind of the movie style where tuck and roll and then into a sprint as you come up.
As soon as he
drop a
tries
lip.
to get back in, slam on the brakes.
I did that to Jeff once. His fault for jumping out of a moving vehicle while he was the driver.
Yeah, that was fun. You did that to us
What?
once too. We were in a
Classic.
drive-through.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
So Ethan recovers the javelins
Yes.
so that we don't have to stop. The
Okay,
next question is, assuming you guys come down and we're having this conversation, the next question
Yeah.
is, do we want to try to recover those boulders? Is that important enough to stop and try and do that?
Are they recoverable?
Boulders, they didn't, I mean, you could go and look at one.
We still have 2 or 3 more.
We shot 3. We still have 3. I mean,
think
sure,
we're
they're
okay.
they're probably in front of us, so it wouldn't be a bad idea to grab them if we can.
Yeah, it's your guys' call. It was just something that I thought of.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, I would
Kenai
rather
can't
have them
roll
than not
quite like
if they
Ethan,
are recoverable.
and I don't think Ethan can pick up a boulder by himself.
No.
Yeah, no, not so much.
Okay.
But yeah,
Uh,
Kenai will help with the boulders.
you roll over to the first one, take a look at it. It's got some like bits of guts on it and maybe some fabric that was sheared off when it smashed into the creatures. But it's a boulder. For the most part, it's fine. Maybe a little chipped, but as far as a catapult stone, it's in good condition.
We'll need to stop the tank for that.
Okay, so you stop 3 more times, grabbing each of the, it was 4 total boulders, and put them back up with the boulder or the catapult on top.
Rana will make sure to keep a lookout and provide cover if necessary.
Okay, scanning the box canyon entryway as well as the cliffs that surround you, taking a couple looks back from where you came. Nothing seems to be moving out there. You pile back
Right.
in and continue on out of the box canyon. When you get to when the cliffs sort of fall away and the canyon floor rises so that you're no longer in that valley, the trail of the undead mass that you encountered heads off in a northeast direction.
Northeast.
Be towards where
Spire.
we're going, I think.
No, it's
Oh.
from that tower. Does it kind of head in the direction of that tower? Can we even see that tower?
Yeah, in the distance you can see it's very faint in the daylight, but you can see a red light hovering in the air to the northeast.
I think we've
Um,
seen that tower before.
You've seen it from a distance a couple times.
Our next priority should be rest and recovery. I think we should. their plan last time was to head back to the Deadwood.
Yes,
The
please.
tree line, at least. Yeah. Do you think is the distance such that we can get there before dark?
It took only a couple hours to get to the hills, so that's a good. Yeah, you could probably get there before dark.
Cool. Any other suggestions?
Nope. Rana is the one that asked to head back to the Deadwood.
Yep.
So that is her request.
Let's do it.
Do we see any goatmen on the way?
No. You turn the engine southwest and head back in the direction of the Deadwood tree line, coming into view after a few miles and getting closer and closer. You leave the hills behind, no sign of the goatmen that you were told about, the tribe.
Shit. I hope they're not all dead.
Yeah. It's kind of sad.
As we get closer to the tree line, Rana will make sure to keep an eye out for the paladins.
Keep an eye out for what?
Her paladins.
Okay. Okay, you make it back to the tree line and into the Deadwood a little bit for cover. The engine itself, you have to find take a few minutes to find a place where you can pull in with a big enough gap, but you're able to get within the tree line itself and set camp.
Yes.
Okay.
I can take first watch.
I guess if we're camping, then Rana will send a quick sending to her dad.
Yeah.
Telling him in general where they are, and when she can expect the paladins, when and where.
The response back is that they're at the westernmost point of the Deadwood.
Oh,
Waiting.
Okay. Okay. And then she will go about writing that letter.
Okay.
And send it in the diplomat's pouch.
Okay. All right. Anything else?
You guys happy to assist with the watch?
Okay.
For a shift?
Ambrose is going to sleep.
Excellent.
Yeah, wherever I'm watch needed.
Yeah,
Ethan can assist with the watch, but since he lacks dark vision, he should not be the sole watcher
Rana will watch with Ethan.
of that shift.
Okay.
No dark vision.
Yeah. Just regular humming.
Regular humming.
Well, variant
None
humming.
of those. Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, not the worst. The worst race in the game.
No, the second best or third best.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me get perception checks from what's his face? Tonus and Kenai.
That's a garbage roll. I'll +5 that because I'm about to get those back anyway.
Nice. And +5 Kenai's as well.
I can only do mine.
Oh.
That was my last one for the
Okay.
until rested.
Does Kenai have dark vision? Yeah, he's Goliath. He should have dark vision.
No, he doesn't.
He does not.
Well, that's
Somehow Goliaths don't have dark vision.
that's silly.
No. Yeah.
Okay. Hovering in the night sky to the northeast, you see that red light. But things closer to camp. Every so often you hear something scurrying around in the dark. Every once in a while you'll catch sight of this canine-like creature. It's hard to make out, but with the light from the stars and the moon, a couple of them get close and they look like they're sort of patchwork, stitched together. They don't have the look of undead, and certainly Rana never stirs in her sleep. They do get pretty close. A couple of times they come within 40, 50 feet. They approach and they smell foul, but not like rotting meat, more like dirty mongrels. What do you do?
This is during the first watch?
Yep.
Is the watch part of the rest, or does the rest come after? I guess it doesn't.
After.
Okay. So I don't have to worry about spells getting goobered up.
Well, yeah, you have whatever you had before.
I guess I'll hop on Liger and then like face off with them from a distance.
Okay.
Try and intimidate them away.
Yeah, when
Yeah,
you
we'll try to head them off too.
when you get closer, they scurry back, and you could see more shapes in the darkness, sort of crisscrossing paths. And when you get further out, it seems like they might be surrounding the campsite a couple 100 feet away, because they're definitely moving in a circular path, but
Do
a couple 100 feet out.
people sleep out of the Doom Engine or in the Doom Engine?
My assumption is always that they're in the cabin portion,
Good.
unless I'm told otherwise.
Okay.
Wait, say that again. You assume we're outside?
In the cabin.
In the
Inside.
cabin. Okay, yeah.
Does Tunnist have dark vision? He doesn't, right? Oh, you do?
I do. I'm a rock gnome.
Yeah, good. At least one of us does.
Rock?
Kina will kind of look towards Tunnist and ask what he sees out there.
Mongrels that are circling the camp at a
It's not-
distance.
Yeah, it's not pitch black, so Kenai can see this too.
Okay.
They're just more darker forms to him. So Tonus would be able to give a little bit more accurate description of what you're seeing, but you can see the shapes of these canines moving about.
If
How
they were to be
many?
classified as a size of creature, what size would that size be?
Small.
Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay.
And how many are there? Can
You
we make out at least from our position?
So while you were on watch in the engine, the ones that got close, you count 3 or 4, maybe there were a couple more. It was difficult because 1 or 2 would dart in and then dart out, and then you'd see a couple more dart in, and you don't know if they were the same ones or not. And then when you go out and get closer, and you can see them crisscrossing paths and moving about, then you can see about half dozen, and then after 10, 20 seconds, you see a couple more come in from the right and continue along.
I will. I think a rest is not required to actually sleep. It just requires you to be resting, if I remember correctly. So I will.
Right, as long as you're not engaging in, I think it's an hour of activity.
A strenuous activity like combat.
Yes.
What if I take it like super chill during combat?
Yeah, you're just sort of
For an hour?
you never
Yeah.
you never take your bonus action, and every other round you only take your move.
Yeah, he's in combat, but damn, he's chilling, bro.
Just bonus actions. That's it.
But when you approach on Liger, they pull back. They don't challenge your presence
I
or
will. Okay.
attack.
Yeah. For the time being, I'll keep an eye on him. Let whoever replaces us know, and then
Who was second?
and if needed.
Yeah,
Who
I
was
guess maybe we can patrol. I don't know, a range so that kind of shepherd them away.
At a
yeah this
perimeter.
loose perimeter that they seem to be running is about 200 feet from the campsite.
Yeah.
If they get within 100, then I will wake people up. But for the time being, they can pace.
Okay, who's second? Watch.
Is it Rona and Nathan?
Yeah, we can go next.
Okay, give me perception checks.
That's very difficult because I don't have. Oh, I guess waiting area.
And Tunis and Kenai definitely
that
tell
is-
them about them.
You can always open up your
Rules.
character from the actors directory as well.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Oh, wait, so they're gonna tell her about them?
Yes.
Does Rana recognize them by description?
Uh, make a nature check.
Okay. Do I can't remember if
Or-
I get advantage or if
or-
I just
or
get a bonus.
Arcana.
Well, hold on. Ranger.
Because
that's
of
what I'm looking.
favored enemy.
Yeah. Advantage. Oh well. It says advantage on wisdom check. Oh wait, as well as on intelligence checks to recall information about them. So.
Okay.
What? So what role do you want?
Nature or Arcana.
I'm pretty sure my nature is definitely better. And
Pretty sure
do I get? Is it just normal or at advantage?
At advantage. Okay. Yeah, patchwork dogs out in the wastes. They are a thing. Verilers? Verilers. Hounds of the harvesters, which are made of basically they take apart canines and put them back together like some sort of Frankenstein's monster.
1 second.
One second. What? Hello?
Hello?
Oh.
Gus not on watch right now, so
Okay.
Oh.
So, okay. How does Rana know how close a harvester or several harvesters tend to be when mongrels or verilers are around?
They are always, uh, if it's not a isolated veriler, then they're with the harvesters.
Okay, so then Rana looks very concerned.
Verily.
Verily, yes. So she'll tell Athan, who's awake, Athan, Kenai,
Yes.
and Tonist, since they were passing on the information that basically what you just told me. she'll pass that along, that they're aberrations, and they're associated with these things called the harvesters. They don't just take apart canines, though. Yes, visible concern. They also take apart people, so we need to be very careful. Sleep lightly.
Yeah.
Where there are
Right.
Verilers, there are always harvesters.
What are the harvesters?
Harvesters are. What does Rana know about harvesters?
Roll a nature or a really arcana check.
Here's another question. What does Tonus know about the harvesters?
Roll a nature or a arcana check.
Ugh.
Tonist knows that harvesters are a type of aberration. They are made up of former humans. They perform surgery to remove certain bits and bobs and add in other things. They like to dine on babies and
Ooh.
take slaves for food production.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm a man of science, but not that kind of science.
Rana knows that same information.
Yeah, Rana
And
looks
then-
like she's about to be sick a little bit.
Well, lucky for us, none of us are babies. And I don't think we have any. I mean, never. Okay. None of us are babies.
Yeah, still. Um, okay. So Rana will keep an extra. I don't remember if I rolled my perception check, but Rana
You did.
will keep her like extra alert.
Are people? I would recommend if they're not already doing this, taking their watch on the roof of the Doom engine, and keeping the hatch to the actual like cargo bay below closed.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do that.
That's how I've been envisioning it, but I don't know if that's the same for everybody. Like every time I say I'm taking watch and we're in the Doom engine, I imagine myself sitting on the roof.
Okay. About half an hour into watch, Rana and Rana probably can point this. Yeah, Rana could point this out to Ethan. Um, sees maybe 80 feet away a figure next to a tree, darkened in the dim starlight, moonlight. It's humanoid and difficult to make out because of the distance and the lighting, but something standing there and seems to be looking in your direction.
Rana nudges
And
Ethan and points it out. And,
still the Verilers are darting in and sniffing and yipping and growling. Ever since Tonist made contact, they were mostly silent before, but I should mention that they started to make noise.
What is it?
I'm gonna try something, but it's gonna take me a minute. So cover me, please.
Sure.
So Rana is going to use her primeval sense. So she meditates for a minute. Yeah, this may or may not work out since we're in the wastes, and it might just be like aberrations are everywhere. So it might not be helpful, but it also might be. I don't know. She's just gonna try it.
Okay. Minute goes by. The figure is still standing next to the tree in dim silhouette. There are aberrations everywhere.
Yeah.
Sort of
so,
overwhelming sensation of this aberrant presence. Feels
Yeah.
like the very land the Doom engine sits on is aberrant. Blocks out her ability to sense precisely where these things are.
Okay. She drops it pretty quickly then. I don't need to be dealing with that. What do you think we should do?
How much of a danger does it pose?
To us, it depends
Yes.
on how many there are. We might be okay. We're probably okay. I'm still inclined to shoot it.
Okay.
To be fair, Rana's inclined to shoot a lot of things.
No, no, there are two groups that Rana is inclined to shoot regularly.
We run into those groups quite a lot.
Yeah, but that
To
doesn't.
be fair.
There's two groups of people in the world: people that Rana can shoot and people Rana can't shoot.
That was pretty good.
That was, yeah.
May or may not be a Venn diagram. There is a weird section where there are people where maybe she can shoot them. That's at her discretion.
Scale of 1 to 10, rate your shootability.
0 to 10 would not shoot.
All right. So what do you do?
Oh, I guess I'm waiting for a response from Ethan.
If you think that's the best call, go for it.
Love it. Defer
Well,
to
we-
you.
we should-
I defer
you
to me.
I mean, we should probably wake everyone up if you think it's going to cause problems, though.
Yeah, so I'll stay out here and keep watch on it. And you go wake everyone up.
Okay.
So Rana's gonna keep staring at it. She's gonna knock an arrow, and she is going to ring Doi's bell for the Ring of the Forge.
I thought I'd go start waking people up.
Okay. Rana lights up like a torch in the night. Ethan heads down, closing the hatch behind or leaving it open.
Closing it behind for now.
Okay.
Actually, no, leaving it open. I want to be able to get to Rana
Okay. You
if things go south.
begin to jostle people and wake them up. Probably to some level of protest from Kenai and Tonist, but
Yep.
I'll let them decide.
Grumble, grumble, grumble.
Oh.
We were aware of the present danger at least, so
Can I begrudgingly get out of bed and go above the Doom Engine?
I
Okay.
guess I'll start putting on my armor.
Okay. I'll take a little bit of time.
Yes.
Is it still just standing there?
Yes.
Rana will look around. She'll try to make sure she keeps that one like in her eyesight, but is also going to try to look around and see if she sees more.
Okay. Make a perception check.
Ugh.
No, just the one.
When Kenai gets to above the Doom Engine, can he see how far away they are?
Rana will point it out.
What's the
Takes
distance?
a moment to readjust, but about 80 feet away.
Oh, they're getting closer.
No, this is a figure silhouetted in the night
Oh.
light, standing next to a tree, seemingly looking in your direction. Pretty sure it is. The dog-like creatures, the Verilers, continue to dart in to about 40, 50 feet away, and then dart back out.
Okay. Kenai will ask Rana if this figure has said anything or...
No.
Well, okay. Well, should we kill him? Kill it?
I'm inclined to. Part of me feels like we should just warn it to back off, but then the other part of me is like, well, it'll just go find something else to destroy. We're better off if it's just dead.
All right. Kina will try an intimidation, just yelling
Okay.
at it.
You're just yelling.
Yeah, just
Okay.
gonna yell at it to get away, or else my buddy here's gonna shoot you with an arrow.
All right, roll your intimidate. Okay. It's hard to tell with the distance and the dim light. You're not even sure it flinches.
But it
As
doesn't back away.
It does have slight movement as it stands there. You can see it adjust every so often, but it doesn't even take a step back.
as Rana watches that, then when the next barreler darts in, I'm having a hell of a time saying that word today. As the next barreler darts in, closer to like 40 feet, or I think is what you said, she'll shoot at it. She'll shoot at it.
The Veriler barrels in. Okay. Is Ambrose going
Barrel
up top?
barrel. Ambrose will. Can you guys hear me, by the way, or am I dropping out?
Yes.
Nope, we
we
can
can
hear
hear
you.
you.
Okay. When things get quiet, I get very nervous. Ambrose is going to take a little bit, like, waking up and getting out of bed, because he's just had a day. And he's just going to come to the side entrance of the Doom Engine where people are standing around, sort of.
We're up
One
on
of
the
his
roof.
boots is on his robes. Oh, okay. Then yeah, head up to the roof. One of his boots is on. His normal, like, very finely sort of folded and tucked cloak is just sort of thrown over his shoulders, and he just goes, "What?"
As Rana
Okay.
shoots a dog.
Thanks,
Oh,
Ambrose.
fuck.
Is Kenai heading back up?
Kina is
Oh, wait, Kenai
above
is already
ground.
up.
Yes.
What about Tonist?
I'll peep out the windows and see if I can see what's happening.
Make a perception check.
Receive a 15.
Perceive. You perceive 15 of them. Roll an attack roll for me, Rana. Oh, and I assume Ethan went back up as well.
Yes.
Okay. While Lydom is strapping his breastplate to his chest and pulling on greaves and whatnot.
I guess Ethan can assist him with that if that's something that would help.
Yeah. Okay. The arrow flies through the air, and it looks like partway there it diverts oddly, like it twists and angles off, but nonetheless it still strikes the dog creature. Roll damage. Like some unseen force had.
Plus
Hold it.
4.
Okay.
Since it's an aberration.
All right. The arrow strikes through and heavily wounds the creature. Blood gushes out of its side. It yips in pain and looks to be about to run off.
I'm gonna try one more time. Oh.
Ooh.
That's not the greatest critical hit. Wow.
No,
And
Only-
then plus 4.
you get crit on those.
Oh, on the D8 and the D4?
Yes.
Oh, cool. Oh, there's that.
27 and 14. Okay. This one takes off its ear and shears the side of its face, but it still runs off into the night. At this, you could hear another one approaching. It halts in its track, and you see it scamper back into the darkness. Still see them out in the distance among the trees, but after that, doesn't seem like any are looking to approach anytime soon.
Is the figure still there?
Yes.
Okay, Rana's gonna shoot that next.
Okay. Anyone else doing anything?
The figure's
Uh,
within 60 feet, or how
80.
far away is it? Oh, it's 80. Dang it. Okay.
Okay. Ethan will shoot it with his short bow, I guess.
Okay.
Or try. Not overly confident.
Oh wait, do you want Ethan to go first?
Yes.
Okay.
Sure. Well, I guess that's not wasn't directed to me.
That's about right.
Well, I wasn't sure because we weren't in initiative, so.
Yeah, that's fine. You can also roll your attacks. Ethan realizes he left his arrows down below and has to run and grab them. Comes back up. Second arrow. It's a fun way to do a crit miss, I
That
think.
was pretty good flavor.
Yeah. It's like, wait a minute.
It just pulls the
This
string back
isn't-
and releases.
Oh
isn't gonna
no! Try firing a bow.
Not so bad for bows.
That second one hits. Okay, and Rana's attacks. Alright, and damage. Alright, and next attack.
Oh, and that's +4.
Oh, that's what you meant by +4. I was like, what the hell's
Yeah,
that?
it's +4 for every damage roll on against favorite enemies.
Damn. It's more damage than you did on that crit.
Right? Such a bad
Damn.
crit roll.
Yeah. No, I guess it is sharpshooter. That helps. Okay.
Yes.
2 massive arrows and 1 short bow arrow strike this creature. It falls unmoving instantly. 2 arrows in its chest and 1 in its head. Try the short bow in the head because the bigger ones wouldn't be in the head, it'd be through the head. You see something kind of slither away from the body, and there's a grayish light and a soft, airy pop.
What?
You can hear the Verilers scamper away as they kick up underbrush in the trees.
The thing that slithers away, can Rana try to shoot at it?
It's too fast.
Okay. Does she have any idea what that might be?
No.
Does Ambrose have an idea of what that might be with his weird, freaky monster knowledge?
Roll an Arcana or a Nature check.
Let me double check. You said Arcana or Nature?
Yes.
Same bonus in both of those. Unfortunate.
-1.
Yeah.
No.
It's not too smart.
No, not sure.
Yeah, gross.
Okay, can we hear anything else? Or does it
No,
Kinda
after
seem like-
after the footfalls of the Verilers diminish and dissipate, it's quiet in the forest once more.
Okay.
What do you do?
Well, it looks like they might be retreating, at least for now. Did Valis get up?
Oh, did Ethan wake Valis?
Yeah.
Or Ambrose? Yeah, he's up. He comes
Uh,
up.
Does he know if we're close to the Deadwood entrance to the Underdark?
A few miles away.
A few miles.
Not too close.
Well, oh my god, I'm blanking on the word. Harvesters normally come this far away from entrances?
Oh. They're on the hunt or been exiled from their group. They might come out, seek their fortune. The wastes are prime hunting ground for for them, especially close to civilization.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, well. Sorry for waking you guys. I guess they're gone.
Yeah, you better be. You took all my eyeliner for this? Come on, man.
Grumble, 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 grumble.
Okay. You head back down.
Yes.
Lightum is about halfway through putting on his armor with Ethan's help.
Yeah, they left, right? So I guess I can start going the
Go
other
back.
direction with this.
Go back to sleep. Light him.
Okay.
I'll resume my rest.
Okay. Third watch is Lightum and Ambrose.
Rana will
Ow.
do her best to fill Lightum and Ambrose in on just quickly what to look out for with the Verilers and the Harvesters.
Hi.
Make perception checks.
Also,
We'll figure
did
that.
uh,
Go ahead.
oh, sorry. Did Ambrose have enough time for a long rest before this, or?
No.
Ah,
This is your
figured.
watch during part of.
Thanks, Rana.
Oh.
Did I have enough
Yeah,
time
yeah.
for a long rest?
No.
The other 3 watches, whatever it was. Oh, this is the third watch.
Perception.
Yeah, this is the third watch.
So your watch actually counts as part of the rest?
Ooh.
Yeah, in some cases. I mean, I guess really for Ambrose and Lightum, it's probably fine because you guys would have started resting closer to like late afternoon. You didn't wait until it was dark and then go, all right, time to rest. You know what I mean?
I do.
Yeah, true.
But for pragmatic sake, I've always waited till the rest was over. Okay. Man, it's dark and quiet.
That
You
seems
don't
super
think
good.
anything else happens. It's
I want
left alone all
I
night.
want to maintain that rest. I would have had to make some leaps in logic to not wake everyone up if we saw something.
Dude,
To be
Morning.
fair, Ambrose deeply values his beauty sleep, so there's also the possibility of him like sort of half passing out on watch because of the rude awakening.
So you said morning.
Morning comes, and in the light of day, you can see the body out there in the trees with 3 arrows sticking out of it, still there. Blood on the ground where the arrows from the Veriler was hit. Trail leading off.
Ooh,
Go ahead
gnarly.
and click the old long rest button.
Woohoo!
I'm gonna go grab
Woohoo!
a drink
Boy,
real
that
quick, and
was-
I'll be back in just a moment.
At 7 was for my pearl
Stressful.
charges.
Nice. It's ideal for pearls.
Guys, feeling great. Everybody feeling great.
We got a long rest?
We got the
Yes.
long rest.
Nice.
We got to hit the button.
I was just so excited. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna get some water. Right back.
Or
Oh yeah.
guess
I'm
I
not sure if you heard.
preempted.
Jacob stepped away
Yeah.
for a second, so we're gonna take just a quick break.
Yep, makes sense.
Yep, I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm.
That's some good pearl recharge. If you're still here.
Who's here?
Oh. Oh.
I'm here.
Okay. Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi's here.
Omega.
Yep.
Guff.
Ambrose is muted.
Yeah. Guff, you're muted if you are here. You're also muted if you're not.
Yeah.
Regardless of your present location at your laptop, you're muted.
Yeah, guess we'll wait for Guff to be back.
Give it another minute or two.
I don't know if we've even told Ambrose that we found him some cards.
No, you haven't.
Well, Ambrose, what?
He
Oh,
says
Ambrose.
groggily. Okay, we're all back. So, yeah, morning, and the body can be seen off next to that tree with a couple arrows in it. It looks odd in the morning light, but hard to tell why from this distance. It's, aside from the fact that there are 3 arrows in it.
Oh,
And it's been around Rana. That seems pretty typical.
Fair.
Yeah, don't most things have 3 arrows in it?
Kind of surprising we don't.
Yeah, Rana will go out. She'll make sure to take someone with her, but Rana will make sure she goes out to like kind of study the thing.
Who's
Yeah,
going
we'll
with?
go
I'll go over there.
All right.
Oh.
After putting his armor on, Lydom joins Rana and Kenai to go over to the body. What's
I already
everyone else
had my
doing?
armor if I was on watch.
Oh, that's fair. Lydom takes his armor off. at
didn't
the
even
end of
bother
his
taking it
watch.
off after.
That's a good point. What's everyone else doing? Ambrose.
Ambrose is probably going to use some of the local flora and fauna to try and make some breakfast.
Oh no.
Alice is going to
Is that
recommend
barrel or
not doing that.
is that barrel
Oh,
or
okay.
count as the fauna?
It
That was
is
mainly
some fauna, but the problem with the wastes is that the things that grow here are dangerous. They are not. They don't want to be eaten, and they also will make you
Want to be eaten?
blighted and sick. Right.
hey, you just gotta cook them right. It's like fugu.
Don't eat anything
Well,
out here, Ambrose.
Valis shrugs and says, "Well, those goat men were
You can try
living
and
out here
stop me.
somehow." Okay, I mean, make a survival check. What is Tonus doing?
I guess I'm prepping the engine for moving again.
Okay, and what is Ethan doing?
Just like morning calisthenics.
Nice.
Yeah.
Limbering up.
Yoga of some.
Yep.
Rule number 1.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Lydom, Rana, and Kenai head to the body. You get to it, and even, from 10, 15 feet away, before you're fully on top of it, you see that its chest has been cut down in a Y incision and opened up. And organs are spilled out, and some are missing. And it looks like it was once a human man. Relatively normal looking aside from the autopsy that was performed. See a thin trail leading out from it to behind the tree where, behind in perspective to where you were at the Doom Engine. Kind of like almost snake-like in its trail, in its track. There's 2 sets of footsteps leading away, leading to this point, and one set ends right behind where the tree is, where that weird, slithery, snake-like trail is from.
So there was a second one we couldn't see.
That's when it kind of hits you that the first one, the one that you shot, was likely a thrall.
Shit.
Looking at it, it doesn't look like it's been operated on except for this autopsy where they've removed the heart and liver and some of the other organs. Its intestines are mostly intact. Without a medicine check, can't really tell precisely what they've done, but you know that it's missing stuff.
Ooh.
We do, Rana.
I mean, there's not really anything we can do about this now. She'll do her best to, I guess, like, pray and chant over the thrall to, like, hope, lay his soul to rest and stuff. But other than that, we just have to stay vigilant and make sure these guys don't get the drop on us.
Is there something that would ward them away from our camp in the night? Or should we camp during the daytime? Like,
No,
we'd have to deal with this.
no, we can't travel at night in the wastes.
Okay.
I mean, you can, but it's bad. It's a bad idea.
Okay.
It's better to just bunker down.
Then is there better prep that we can do? If we set some torches up around the campsite, or is there holy water we can sprinkle? Or, I don't know.
Holy water doesn't really work against aberrations, does it?
Make a religion check.
To Rona's knowledge. Okay.
We could drown a minute.
We could.
Hey,
Sounds like an expensive drowning.
could set up a boat
Good
every
God,
night.
my religion checks. So much for being a religious leader. These checks
Yeah.
suck.
No idea.
Not really
Yeah.
feeling the faith out in the wastelands.
No, the
Not
faith
some-
is fine. It's just the knowledge.
Not something Lightham's heard of as a remedy for aberrations.
Although, are we sure that are they going to follow us? Like, we're going to be far from this location at our next rest.
Right. They probably won't be able to keep pace with us. I don't think they're very fast.
Okay. Speaking of,
Question. Being the way that things are, is there any benefit to us camping in like a field as opposed to in the tree line?
Yep.
Give us longer line of sight.
wait, that's the first thing that we did, and then we got attacked by longer sight things.
We're getting attacked regardless.
Yeah, we're in the
Yeah,
wastes.
What flavor of attacks do you want?
It's
I want it up close and
Find a big
personal. I
hill
could
and camp on
stab
top
them
of
with a
that.
spear. Kedai would
We
like
haven't
to be
even
able to stab
done-
them.
We haven't even had to deal with the stuff that burrows yet. That's a whole other can of worms. Haha.
Ah. I guess we could.
I don't
What
get it.
from the stuff that from what like Rana's mom has told her, would setting up torches like on a perimeter, would that be helpful or just terrible idea?
It alerts everything that can see to your location.
So terrible idea.
Yeah.
Maybe the Doom engine is attracting too much attention, making too much noise.
Well, we need it for shelter.
Yeah. We slap a silencer on this bad boy.
We could
Some
Rana
camouflage.
gives you kind of a look like you can't be serious, and then she shakes it off.
Hey, just keeping things lighthearted here around the campfire.
I don't think there's much prep we can do. I think we just gotta roll with the punches each
we
night.
could like find some big branches and like lay over it to like give it some cover or something, I guess.
Yeah, that's an
We
idea.
are in the
Some
wastelands, though. Those
camouflage.
big branches could be snakes.
All right. Well, speaking of our next destination, we're heading. Just as a reminder, are we heading to the west side of the forest next? Is that our heading?
Yes. Because we
And-
were, Rana was asking if we could stop by the Doeseen ruins that are kind of on the way to Castle Dacra.
Yeah.
But oh, that's much farther, even like past the. Yeah, that's way farther, even past the Deadwood. I guess the what's at the
What is
western
that?
end of the. Sorry, go ahead.
What was it that the GM just pinged Alazan?
Those are the
The
Doyasine ruins.
Oh, wasn't there
runoff.
someone waiting for you at the forest though?
Yes.
At the end of the forest.
Yes. So that's why. Yes.
Got it. Okay, so plotting kind of a dotted line here. End of the forest first, ruin second, Castle Doctor third,
Yeah.
or maybe we adjust our plan, but it's sort of a rough idea. Okay.
Yep.
Is there anything that anybody needs to do that is missing from that plan? Ambrose
No.
had something, or maybe somebody
Did I?
had something north.
I have
Silverhall.
Oh,
the City of Gold thing, but I don't remember where that was. That's
No.
out here somewhere.
It's like way far out of our way. Yeah. It's like
Yep.
even farther west.
yep. There was something at Silverhall too. Forgot what that was, but it's very dangerous.
Silverhall is the Lich, I thought.
No, the Lich. Oh, well,
Or not the Lich, the gnome wizard man.
Yep,
What's
my
his
friend.
name?
He is my friend, so I know his name.
Oh, not that guy. The
Corbar.
Oh,
that's
the dwarf.
the dwarf.
Oh,
He's
Corbar
back in
told
Three
us not
Rivers.
to go to.
I mean,
Silverhall.
10 Rivers.
Hey.
Yes,
Ah,
Corbar said
River
not to
Envy.
go to Silverhall.
Yeah.
There's some creature there or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that sounds like a reason to go there, but
Sounds like a real dragon over there.
10 rivers. All right, let's do it then. Let's get on.
All right, so you load back in. Oh, I need a survival check from Ambrose.
Mount up.
Oh God. Okay. I didn't know you were serious about that.
Well,
Said
were
were gonna
you
go
serious
looking for
about
stuff
it?
to find to eat?
Oh, true. Hey.
Rana offers her rations one last time.
Okay. Ambrose with Valis in tow head into the woods, looking around. There's lots of tracks from dogs, which
Ooh.
makes sense considering what happened the night before.
Would you say it tracks?
I do.
Okay,
I
everyone.
say that-
Let's tone down the puns.
You find a
No.
cluster
We keep
of
getting more puns. I'm gonna take some psychic damage. I swear to God.
you find a cluster of purple-capped mushrooms that are growing within the shadow of one of these silvery trees. They could be food.
Don't do it.
Does
You don't-
Ambrose recognize them?
No, but they don't seem poisonous. You can see nibbles and bites out of the caps, but nothing lays dead next to them.
Ha!
I'm gonna take some of these mushrooms.
Valis pulls out a small knife and cuts away some of the stalks. Hands them to Ambrose one at a time.
Oh hell yeah.
Okay. On your way back, you spot a smallish. It's almost like a grouse or like a hen, but it's featherless and it balks real loud at you. Valis shrugs and says, "You want to try to eat that?"
Lack of feathers is usually a red flag on a bird.
Its wings are real. The skin over its wings are real stretched tight, and the when it balks, it feels a little reverberates too much in your head. So,
Oh yeah, that thing's got mange or something. Let's let's go a little vegan for a while. Know what I'm saying?
Okay, you return to the Doom Engine with your handful of purple-capped mushrooms.
Woohoo!
And everyone loads up and heads west with Fievel.
Yep. Okay. Damn it.
Wow.
Last
Okay.
weekend we watched Fievel or like American Tale: The Secret of Manhattan Island, which retcons Fievel Goes West as a
What?
dream sequence. It's very funny.
Oh, why?
The very beginning of the movie,
I've
he wakes
never
up
even
and his
heard
mom
of
goes,
that.
"How'd you
What?
sleep, Fievel?" And Fievel goes, "I had this dream that I went west and was a cowboy."
Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
What?
And he's back in New York,
Wow.
and he finds a
What
secret
the
tribe of
fuck?
Native Americans under the streets of Manhattan. It's a wild movie.
I didn't know this existed. I thought there were only 2 Fievel movies.
They came
Same.
out like 10 years later.
Oh,
It came
okay.
out in like 98.
That's pretty
They're
crazy.
trying to get in on that American Tail nostalgia.
I guess.
Okay, so you head west. Do you stay just within the the site of the tree line, or do you venture further out?
Kina would prefer the cover of trees, just in case.
Anyone dissent?
Mm-mm. Rana will also vote for staying closer to the trees.
Yeah,
The-
makes sense.
Good.
Wagon
Fine.
trundles along, rolling with the rolling along. The flat, cracked earth of this place continues to yield to the treads of the Doom Engine. Its strange steering flipper sitting on the back of it. I remember that you guys turned it into a amphibious vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
A few hours go by. You spot in the distance these four-legged creatures that have very large central abdomens from which these legs protrude. Here, I've got a picture for you, actually.
Ooh.
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 Would you like to see a picture?
Do I have a picture? I do have a picture.
Always.
Is this a Discord or on Forge?
I'm gonna beat it in Discord, yeah.
Oh, I hate that.
Ew. Ew, ew, ew.
Ew, ew, ew.
Black
Oh.
Right.
creatures with many eyes and these
Ew.
small arm-like protrusions that pop off the top.
Yeah, right?
Okay, we Cloverfield now. I see how it is.
That's Star
Yeah,
Wars,
It's
bro.
a probe droid.
Yeah.
You spot a group of them tearing into the flesh of some beast they felled. You spot them from enough distance that you don't have to approach, but they're certainly a sight to behold within the wastes.
Place
What do you do?
sucks. Kina says.
I just say keep going. Rana does not want to. No. No.
None of their friends told him not to eat stuff out here.
Hey, man, I grew up here.
No,
I
you
agree that it
didn't.
sucks, but
You didn't grow up out
Is
here.
this- isn't this the same wasteland that the other thing was in? That there's the place.
No.
What?
You're talking
Who?
about the blue Badlands or whatever that are like next to Shifnal.
Badlands, Wastelands, Tomato.
No, they're very different.
Bah.
I need a Constitution saving throw from Ambrose.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh God.
I need to find my thing.
I'll go run and stand next to him.
I'm fine.
Lightem, standing next to Ambrose, startled as he sees that Ambrose's skin has turned purple.
Oh,
Ambrose otherwise feels fine. Probably
Ambrose.
realizes when he sees his hands.
What did you do?
Kina
ate a
laughing.
mushroom.
Does Rana know about any mushrooms that turn your skin purple?
Make a nature check. Like eating too many carrots.
Nature.
No.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Doesn't appear to have any adverse conditions or
So it
symptom.
isn't you don't know about religion. You just forgot about all things.
Apparently, she's having a hard time.
Man, Rana sure is the Ethan of skill checks.
Wow.
Damn, alright.
Don't eat anything else out here.
I'm gonna have another mushroom.
Well, the purple mushrooms made you purple, so you want like a bunch
Yeah.
of legs, you could eat one of those things.
Oh god.
Oh, maybe.
We're not going over there.
Don't tempt him. Ambrose might like that, actually.
You pass
Listen, man.
You pass by the four-legged bugs and continue rolling along, keeping the forest within sight. Off in the distance, in the direction of the caldera, which comes into view pretty soon. It's, a small cloud above it, probably fumes from the lava. But in that general direction, a little off to one side, you see this towering creature moving across the landscape. Massive legs and these sort of mandibles coming off of the front of its face. And oh, that's awesome. Burbros. Red eyes.
Discord.
This thing is far bigger than the Doom engine that you're riding. Even though it's a couple miles off, it's clear in the sky.
Oh my goodness.
Oh!
Oh dear.
Oh, shit.
Oh man.
What were those bug things? Let's go back to those bug things.
No, let's ignore them both. What? Does Rana have any idea what that thing is?
Make it a nature or an arcana check.
Do I get advantage?
You do.
Yeah.
Ambrose feels a strange kinship with the betentacled creature.
God damn it! That's still a terrible roll.
That's
It's
pretty good.
an okay roll if you don't consider that it's at advantage.
Does it, like, just looking at it, does it have any sort of, like, wrath vibes coming off of it? Because I'm seeing a lot of tentacles and a big mouth, which is kind of its thing.
Not so much. I mean, they're less tentacles and more appendages, which tentacles are
Ooh.
kind of appendages, but they're articulated rather than a tentacle's almost non-articulated.
Okay, so this thing that we're seeing, it's more like maybe more like insect-like, kind of chitinous, with like joints and stuff.
Yeah, it definitely has like armor plating and joints. Yeah.
Ooh, that's gnarly.
It's called a towering Rizentor. Rizentor? I don't know how to say this word.
Okay. Do I know anything else about
And
it?
I'm the one that came up with it, so no, I didn't. I think it's German.
Oh,
Well,
It
if you
probably
wanted to
Germans, Canon and Kings of War.
That's right.
this would be Ryzen tier. Or EI. Does she
the-
know anything else about it?
It means giant beast. I knew it.
Wait, so its
Um,
name means towering giant beast?
Yeah, it's kind of like a
Oh, okay.
La Brea tar pit thing going on.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Um,
Los Angeles Angels.
yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
Rana knows that they
Okay.
are effectively impervious to weaponry.
Oh my god.
Oh
Let's,
jeez.
let's not go there. It is a silly place
Kind of like trying to hurt a
to rask.
elephant with a pin
What the
Okay,
hell is
back to Force Cam.
that?
It is a towering
Wait, did you just
rising
get
tier.
back? It's
I
in the
did.
distance somewhere, right? To the
Right,
north.
you
We will keep
Continue.
that at a distance.
come around.
Hopefully.
It's lumbering off in the distance. It's a few miles off, but yeah, it doesn't seem to be coming in your direction. But maybe it'll get curious when it sees the
No.
engine trundling along.
Rana cast Pass Without Trace.
Really quick.
On the Doom engine.
I don't know if
Yeah.
that works.
You were saying, Guff?
Yeah, really quick, just out of curiosity, the visual aid that you posted in the Discord, A, is that accurate? And B, are those fucking trees at the bottom of the thing?
These are trees at the bottom of the thing.
Okay, so it was big.
It is big.
You said weapon
Ooh, okay.
stones aren't effective against it. Is that just like an aberrant Tarask, basically? Then.
That's a good comparison. Yeah.
Okay. So avoid it.
Okay, you cast Pass Without Trace. It does not affect the Doom engine.
Oh, damn it.
No
But
one
we're
can
real
track.
sneaky in the Doom engine.
No one can track you inside the Doom engine.
You're not leaving any trail.
You can't even cast that on somebody else.
Well, it was worth a shot.
Each creature you choose.
Cast without trace?
You and each creature you choose within 30 feet.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't even have a limit. You could, like, if you can stack people up into some sort of Pass Without Trace ball, get like a giant hamster ball type thing.
Oh my gosh.
Make sure you're suspended in the center.
Power of our rings combined.
I am.
Captain
Right.
Unseen. Yeah, we should definitely avoid that.
Sorry, just out of curiosity, I was reading the D&D Beyond page for the Tarask because it's just funny. It has one of the funniest abilities I've ever seen on a creature that I just posted in the
In the
in-game chat.
Posted in the what?
oh
In-game
Oh.
chat.
It does compare in size to the undead Tarask that you saw north of Three Rivers.
great.
Actually, this towering Risen is bigger, because yeah. Okay. So you turn southwest as you come around the tree line and continue on for a couple more hours, burning the day away and avoiding everything that you can, because they are either gross looking or terrifyingly large.
While they're turning southwest and making sure, Rana will kind of keep an eye on the Rizentor, but she's gonna pull out those books that she found in Almani and give them to Ethan
Oh, okay.
and
Yes.
be like, "What did he say?"
Ethan will look them over.
Okay. Those books are made of words and paper. They're books on embalming and funeral rites, sermons to give to the interred for Almani, not Almani, Vasharii, like, burials.
Huh. Interesting.
A lot of it focuses on military applications, so what kind of rights you would give to the military rather than just any old guy that died.
Right. Okay. So like honorable funeral rites versus maybe a trader's funeral rites.
Yes, there's a small section on how you might handle a trader. Yes.
Does that match? Is there anything that Ethan tells? Presumably, Ethan tells Rana.
Yes. Eat the nerds.
In the traitorous section specifically, like, would we have found any evidence of that in that crypt? Like, was there anything left over from maybe a traitor's funeral rite? Since we know a trader
So-
was interred there.
Well, there was that fucking sword.
Right.
Yep. So typically, what is done is that the body is decimated in some fashion, generally through fire, burnt up, and the weapons are all that remain and are held as a sort of reminder.
Okay. Okay, so like the sword that was there.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay. So Ethan reads through these, flipping through when things get either repetitive or boring, and goes on while you travel the waste. Make an insight, or no, Rana's just keeping watch on this person. As the engine continues, the lumbering steps of this massive creature begin to turn in your direction.
Fuck.
It seems to either have caught
Trace.
sight or through unfortunate coincidence is headed in the same direction as you are.
He
Every
traced us.
time. Yeah. Yeah. Pass without trace didn't work well enough.
Guys?
This is deeply unfortunate.
How far are we away from the western edge? Or like the southwestern tip?
Probably another hour and a half. It's gonna
How
be at that bend in the river.
Yeah, how fast does it look like this thing? I say we keep going.
Yeah, I don't know how much more speed we're gonna get if we floor it in a tank, but I recommend we floor it personally.
I don't think I have anything.
Kenai's aware that weaponry doesn't work against this thing, right?
Yeah, Rana would have told everybody.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't want to fight
Kenai-
this.
We could also probably intuit from looking at the monster the size of a skyscraper and being like, nah, bro, don't think the axe is gonna cut it.
Long strider won't work. I can't make the tank faster. And not that that gives us a ton more speed, but
Well, is there any cover that the forest could provide?
not enough for something like that.
Well, it might not see us.
What if we
Uh,
just park the Doom Engine in the forest? Cover it with some stuff, branches, leaves.
Big logs. Careful, they might be snakes.
Right.
I mean, I guess we could try that.
I have something, but it can only take us to places we've been.
Well, don't do that.
Yeah. I mean, it has a very long range.
We
Well,
could just go
So I
back to where we
could-
started this morning.
I could get us out of here, but I can't. I don't have enough strength to also take the Doom Engine with us, so it's sort of a last ditch thing, probably.
Yeah.
I would rather not lose the Doom Engine if I have a say in the matter.
I would rather not lose it too. I like the Doom Engine.
It's a top tier engine.
Would recommend.
It's the only one I've seen, so it's definitely the best one I've seen,
Yeah.
but also the worst. So, oh,
Well,
is it
we
gaining?
can-
Is it gaining on us? Are we faster than it?
It does seem to be gaining. Each of its steps, you have to imagine, is hundreds of feet. And but you are traveling away from it, so while it is gaining, it's probably going to be an hour before it catches you.
It's not a long time when you say an hour.
No.
What's
Well-
the terrain like between here and the
Flat.
Oh, cool. Okay.
There's,
Wait.
minor elevation,
I have
but
a
it's not like rolling hills.
Can Rana send a sending to, or can anybody send a sending to the folks that are waiting for us?
Are they going to make any difference with this thing?
I don't know. Rana, what do you think?
What does Rana think?
I don't know. What is wrong, I think? Why are you asking me?
Well, but I don't know. Did Tharon tell her who was going to be
Oh,
there?
who to
She just
expect?
knows they're paladins, right?
Yeah,
Did
let
they,
me...
did they send an army of 20th level paladins?
No.
And probably not going to make a difference.
Okay.
Did they send their own giant monster?
We don't
Yes.
have giant monsters. That's a different clan.
Oh.
What if they? Wait.
Can we?
So you're
What if they s-
saying there's a chance?
Could Ambrose Pokeball it?
Oh my god.
Fuck, dude.
You need a master ball for
Arreth.
that one.
Areth is hungry. I'm not sure
If he's
if my
that
ten.
hungry.
I'm not sure if I have enough tentacles for that thing, man. That thing's real big. I mean, I could probably use tentacles to slow it down. I don't know how much though.
How far away from us is it right now?
Like, it's a couple miles.
Couple miles. Okay.
I do not have any spells that have a couple miles of range.
So it is distant, but
Do those exist?
gaining.
Some, but mostly they're like
Some?
scry and
Control weather.
yeah.
Specifically, the thing I was mentioning earlier has a range of 100 miles. But again, I can only take us to places we've been before within a
so
certain time
are we
frame.
going to keep trying to go to the edge of the forest, or are we going to try to hide?
We
I
either
have a
to-
potential plan, but I need to. There's some serious thought that needs to go into it, and I need Jacob to.
Does it
The
which
thinking?
which one does it involve? Keeping going or hiding?
Keeping going.
Okay.
I can cast enlarge reduce on an object, and if I reduce it, its weight goes down by an eighth. In theory, the Doom Engine weighing less means that it could potentially move faster, or if I make it bigger, the treads would be bigger and we could move faster too. I don't know physics that well.
The spell doesn't change speed for object or for creatures, so I'm gonna
For
say it
creatures,
doesn't change
it doesn't.
for objects either.
Fine.
You'd have to embiggen yourself too to be able to operate it at that size.
Don't
Of all of
don't.
us jumping on the gas pedals and stuff.
Yeah.
Unless maybe
Take a
Light
swing
has
double, so
some,
it's like just try-
some dynamite,
Just
like
driving into
extending
that car that's
limbs.
twice as big. It's not. That would only work for 1 minute, so never mind.
What is it? What do you guys think it's drawn to? I mean, I guess it
Giant
could
Doom Engine.
see us, but if that's the case, if we got out of the Doom Engine, we just like leave it in cover in the forest and then went on foot. Is that an option?
I don't think we should leave the Doom Engine behind.
Okay.
It would be easier to hide on foot, but there's a high chance that it would just smash up the Doom Engine if we left it unattended.
Well, we
Okay.
don't know what its motivations are.
That is true.
Right. It's possible that it smashes up the Doom Engine when it gets to us, but the question is, do we want to be in the Doom Engine when it does that?
Well, no.
Right.
Personally, no.
So,
I guess we just have to keep going then for now. I don't think we should
Yeah.
park it because that's more risky. Because we're not going to get any closer. But Rana, I do think you should send a warning ahead that this thing is on our tail, at
Does-
least.
Oh, fuck.
does Rana know anybody in this group? In the group
Oh,
of
that-
paladins? Has she met any of them? Does she know their names?
Yeah, she's met all three of them.
Oh, only 3? Okay.
If you can't, I have something that could too. I could send a warning to them.
Rana will send a sending.
Chaos, did you get my whisper?
Oh,
There's whispers happening.
I don't know.
Rowan's
if
I
you-
coming
hadn't
back.
noticed it.
Rowan's
not
coming
noticed it.
back.
No. That's
Dang it. I miss you, Rowan.
Yeah, so after reading some of the books, Ethan will pass them to Tonist and inform them that there are some notes in a language he's not able to read.
Oh, let me
But
take a look at it.
I think I've seen Tonist read that language before.
Which language would this be?
Dwarvish.
I do know Dwarvish.
I know you do, but Ethan doesn't know what language that is, just that it's in a script he can't
It
read.
looks like some old Dwarvish.
Quite old, yes. It's probably a little bit different. Like how sometimes you'll see,
Experienced Dwarvish.
yeah, ye old Dwarvish. Oh, there's too many e's in this word. The Dwarven language only has one vowel. No.
Wow.
They don't make a lot of sense because they're notes written in the margins of this book that's written in a language that Tonus doesn't understand. So you kind of have
Okay.
to work together with Ethan to, like, in concert.
Transliterate, yeah.
Yeah, to, what is this? This is what this notation says. What's it talking about in the script? But together, you realize that part of these, is it Almani, these Visharii funeral rites, there's also notations on preparation for phylacteries and the magics that would go into actually storing a soul in such an object, as well as some. Every once in a while, you'll see ideas and like diagrams that are drawn out. There's one that says the moon with a question mark. Ridiculous.
Nice throwback.
I need context. Tell me.
Uh,
Or you can
so,
wait till
so the
after.
context on that is liches, want to choose somewhere safe for phylacteries. Naturally, gotta hide that shit. So, back like 15 years ago, we joked about like where the best place to hide a phylactery would be, and you used to be able to teleport anywhere you could see. Liches are undead, so they don't need to breathe, and they can see the moon. So they just teleport up to the moon
Oh, I
and
see.
be like, haha, I'm so clever, and glance over, and there's another lich bearing its phylactery. Just,
I see.
Shh, this is where we
Shoveling
do it.
away.
Okay.
Next to Elden Ring
Wow.
DLC, Guff.
Yes! To the moon!
There's a few more notations. You find one that's diagrammed very similar to the octagonal chamber with the basin that you found in the tomb, the centaur tomb, just the day before, including some notes. It's not exact, but there are notes on the anti-magic field that would be set up and the compulsion to drink this liquid that should kill whoever drinks it, as well as the the heat of the room. So it's not, again, not precise, but it's very similar to what you found there.
Ooh, funky.
Okay, I'll start typing a response.
Yep, no worries.
As you continue to read through with Ethan's assistance, find that there are uh, 6 other such diagrams with traps and ideas on how to protect phylacteries, as well as some additional magical formula to create more than one.
What? Does it look
Pardon
like?
me?
So Rana's listening in as they're muttering and discussing. It might have more than one. Are the notes conclusive? Like, does it look like he managed to do it?
Unclear.
Fuck.
You're gonna have to drink a bunch of that jelly stuff again.
No.
Yeah, I don't know, but
If it's for the team.
He probably did if he's coming up with 6 more sets of traps. I don't know why you'd come up with sets of traps before building the phylacteries, unless he's just really into traps and wanted something worthwhile to trap.
Yeah,
That
the
seems
traps were the
unlikely.
big thing. The traps were the big deal, and then he had to find something worthy of being held behind these traps.
Yeah.
Shit. That makes me wonder if we should have headed to that tower.
The tower with the burning eye,
Yeah.
the red eye.
Yeah. The
Still like right
Sauron's
over there
eye.
still.
Yeah.
Like we're still closer to like it than we are to like anything else we're going to.
That's true. Well, no. Once we get to the end of the forest, we'll be about halfway between it and the ruins.
I think we're still closer to. There's a measuring thing.
It's true.
Yep.
You guys are great. I'm really glad that I took the time to figure out what the actual scale of this dump drive would be. It's all worth it now.
Excellent.
So let's just turn it around and head back to the tower.
Rana goes, "Oh, Ambrose,
Eh,
can you cast invisibility?"
on everything?
Yeah.
Just one thing.
Would we be invisible in
Will
the
we
tank?
be Superwoman jetting,
Wonder Woman's invisible jet?
just like
That's a
floating
great
along through the field?
Excellent. I hope so. I hope that's what we've got here.
Even
I
then,
think-
it's probably worth it.
I think invisibility has to be a willing creature. I'm not sure if I can do it on objects.
What if the object is willing?
That could be another story. Yeah, it says a
says-
creature I touch.
Could someone awaken the engine? You'd also be able to cast Pass Without Trace on it after that.
Since Liger is the one driving, could it be considered that he is wearing the Doom engine?
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, what are we doing?
Right?
Jonas, quick, grant the Doom Engine the miracle of life, and then I can cast invisibility on it.
Is our
No.
main debate right now
Between
the
this-
flaming tower versus
No.
meeting
No.
Rana's friends?
No, we're gonna
No.
meet Rana's friends.
Well, if we don't get killed by that giant tree crusher.
Right, that's the immediate concern.
Big if.
We have to get that resolved first.
Can we distract it somehow? Is there something like a creature that we could, like a
Giant
mirage?
bouncing ball or something.
I don't know.
Ambrose, can you send one of your
Anything-
creatures at it?
Or not at it, but like in a
Dawn
different
into
direction,
something.
away from us. Send it towards that volcano over there.
Now that is an idea. Let's check. What have I got? What have I got in the old Pokedex rolling around
Hey,
right
hey,
now?
hey.
Yeah, what do you have? Let's see.
That's a great
Ooh,
question. Let me find the thing.
Or even charming
Hmm.
it, or
Ooh. You gotta get close for that. That's
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah,
we got the
charming.
range on that.
That's a last resort. Let's put that in the last resort folder.
And it's
Do you
immune to
think
weapon
this
Okay.
thing
damage? Is that what I
counts as
heard?
a
I don't-
humanoid?
I would be
Fuck
surprised.
No, Rana, no. I'm just gonna go on a limb here, or on a tentacle here, and say no.
Okay, so Tonist, you've
Yeah.
got dwarf friends, yeah?
Not nearby, but sure. I mean, in
Hmm.
See where he's going with this.
You wouldn't happen to just know anybody maybe has like 4 more Doom engines, and our Doom engines could come together as one into
no.
a.
even the dwarves that we have met were like, oh, we've never seen one of those before.
Okay, so Voltron's off the table. Good to know.
Well, I have schematics for this one.
I mean, there's the city of gold. Who knows what's in that?
Oh,
Is that
if
1
we
hour
get to
away?
the city of gold, and at the
Yeah,
bottom
less
of the
than an
city of
hour
gold
away.
is just Voltron.
It's approximately
Oh my gosh.
16 days travel in a straight
Yeah,
line.
right. Yeah, good one. How many things are gonna stop
And-
us on the way there?
We throw down
Tickets,
some
see.
caltrops. That should probably give us like an extra 16 days.
I
right?
mean, currently it seems like the answer is just one thing's gonna stop us on the way there, and we'll know about it.
I do have some relatively pretty big things in the void that I could summon. None of them are on the scale of that thing, but they could at least maybe slow it down for a little bit.
Point, about half an hour has passed.
Oh fuck!
I
okay.
also can
Guys, it's
make
getting-
whatever he summons larger if need be.
Bro,
Yes, it's getting real
that's an
close.
idea.
Yeah,
For
come
like
on.
a minute.
Let's try it. Let's try it. We gotta do a distraction.
you watch as
Okay.
Gaz pulls a giant skull out of his own mouth and then wears it like a helmet.
Okay.
Just cause? He just
He wants
Uh,
to go out. He wants to go out
Preparing for battle.
wearing his Sunday best.
Garth, can you summon one of those Home Depot 12-foot tall skeletons?
Well, funny you would mention that. Not in that articulation, but I do have a bone dragon.
Yes, please.
Alright, let's go.
Can that bone dragon,
Nahamkara, if you will.
Can that bone dragon fly?
That
I think in a weird
is
way
something
they can
we're gonna find
actually.
out.
Can that bone dragon carry a tank?
Okay, bro.
Just fucking airlift us out of here.
Right.
AC 130. So here's another thing as well. We've all, from the Bone Claw experience, everybody's pretty wary about the things that I summon out of the ether. I know that. So
We're asking for it this time.
No. But here's the thing. I don't know if Jacob maybe wants to change this, but it only says that it costs a bonus action to perform the summon. So I could just kind of throw my everything at it.
Well, we don't want you
We're
to
not
waste
in
all of your
initiative, so-
resources.
Do you get them back if they die?
Well, no, once they come out, they're just done. I think
Oh.
they die after either maybe an amount of time, or if they just die on their own. I'm kind of hazy on that one. Oh, horrible eldritch magics from beyond the stars kind of doesn't come with an instruction manual, so
So we need to do a little risk reward management here of things that we want to keep for later, but things that could help us here.
also, gonna be real, a lot of stuff that I have in my back pocket here, if it
Is-
decided to 180 on us the way the Bone Claw did, it would be like really bad, probably.
Is Gaz about to like Power Rangers himself into a bone dragon himself?
You asking that?
What you doing, Gaz? He's doing something.
We're all gonna die, so
Oh,
I'm gonna try to
look
leave.
cool doing while dying.
Wait, he said we're all gonna die, so he's gonna what?
I'm gonna try not to.
Appreciated.
It's a good plan.
And
Everything
what
this
can we do
man
about
does
this?
just bewilders me.
Yeah.
Anything I can help you with, Gaz?
Okay, look, if and when it catches up to us, what we can do is Ambrose can cast invisibility. Can you cast it on all of us?
Let me see. That might be a numbers
I think
question.
that's a numbers question.
Invisibility. Higher levels, I can cast this spell using a spell slot of 3rd or higher. I can target one additional creature for every slot above the 2nd. So if I cast it level 5, which is my current level at, that is
4 people.
yeah, that's 4 people.
Okay. And we have how many with us right now?
Like 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So is this plan
Six.
we're just gonna give up the Doom engine? Because it's gonna probably stop chasing us then.
Well, okay. So my idea is when it catches us, or let's try to get the Doom Engine into the tree line right before it catches us, and then we'll flee further into the trees, invisible, and I will cast Pass Without Trace again on us, so that hopefully we can hide, and maybe it takes out the Doom Engine, but then at least it doesn't take out us.
What do you
Just
think?
thought of
It's
another dumb idea.
Didn't
No
we have a way
shortage
to
of
increase,
ideas here.
increase
What's-
our? Didn't
What was
we
your
have a way to
question?
increase our foot speed?
We do, but that's a foot speed. I can do that.
So we can if we're abandoning that, we can just increase our foot speed massively and just leave.
I don't want to
Right. but
abandon
That's
the
a
Doom
last
Engine.
resort.
Yeah.
I'm saying, why can't we try anything to distract it? Is that off the table still? I'm not asking
That's
for
what
all
I'm
of
saying.
Duff's ammunition here, but
Is like I can always get more monsters. Like I can always just eat more things. That's not a problem for me. So I think it's a good idea to just open up the menagerie and just throw everything at it and see if that slows it down.
Okay, then try that.
I wouldn't throw everything.
Now,
But
how many
something-
times can you cast Eldritch Blast per turn? 3?
3 times.
And you can. Okay. What's the range on that?
120 feet.
Oh, okay, that's a little. Okay.
a little close for comfort. Up
That's
ahead,
a
you
little
see 3
closer.
elves heading in your direction.
Oh,
I see a what?
3 elves heading towards you.
Oh,
Those
Oh,
are
is
probably
that a good thing?
yeah. Those are my paladins.
Oh, they got here real quick.
We'll run it.
Yeah, I did send them a message.
yeah. Oh, thank you for doing that, Rana.
Been
Well,
another 10 minutes, probably 20 more
wonder what
minutes,
they're
and we'll
gonna
be
do.
on top of you.
It or they.
They'll be to you within a couple minutes.
Okay.
uh,
The last
So
ditch effort, Guff could just continuously push it back.
Guff, if you're
10
gonna
feet.
describe, like Ambrose, if you're gonna do your thing, do your thing. Like I don't think we're running out of time.
Buster's going for it. Ambrose climbs on top of the Doom Engine.
You see Gaz there. He's got his skull helmet on, his rib plates attached to his chest. He's pulled out a couple of skeletal wings, and they're attached to his shoulders. He's looks at you, and he looks like he's about ready to fly off.
Were you about to fly off without us, Bone Boy?
No.
Insight.
Can I insight that actually? Is that
Yeah. you can.
where is insight? Here we go. Ooh, alright.
Fairly sincere. He looks to the hatch and I was gonna call Rana.
Oh. Would you have called me?
He just stares at Ambrose.
I appreciate the honesty. Ambrose, as soon as he is on top of the Doom Engine, is going to sort of slide off the robes above his waist so that all of his eldritch tattoos are exposed, and they're all gonna start glowing and crackling with energy as just a, I guess, one portal after another just starts spitting stuff out. So, if I remember correctly, I currently have a wyvern, a bone amalgam, a bone dragon, and a bone mammoth.
Uh, skeletal mammoth, bone amalgam, wyvern, dragon, uh, a ghoul, a flame skull, and a vile bloom.
Oh, yeah, bring those guys out too. I forgot about the full flame skull. That'll work.
Okay. One after another, these 7 twisted, aberrant versions of mostly undead creatures come pouring out of this portal. Tentacles abound. They shimmer with a strange, blurred motion. Some will have elongated fangs or extra long tail. They'll exude some strange mist. The wyvern and dragon fly off. I assume you just, as they come out, you direct them towards the risen deer.
Sorry, you're breaking up a little bit on my end. What was that?
I assume you're just directing them to the risen deer.
Yeah, after they're all properly out, Ambrose is probably gonna fall to his knees because that took a lot out of him. And using the Eldritch Tongue, he's going to point at the gigantic monster and just say, "Fuck him up."
In the Eldritch tongue.
Yeah.
Yeah, only Rana can understand, but
Okay. The mammoth charges off, probably being ridden by the ghoul cleric. The flame skull flies off with the dragon and wyvern. The vile bloom has a speed of 5 and it inches along after them.
It'll be
I would
the
suck
rear-
that one
it's
back
the-
in.
It's the rear guard.
The bone amalgam is bigger than the doom engine, so that's neat. As it begins to as it shambles towards the risen tier, it begins to chuck off large sections of itself, forming these smaller amalgams that are launched similarly to catapults, begin to charge towards the creature as well. Make an insight check.
What did you say it was called?
Ambrose?
Thing?
Yes, Ambrose.
well,
I
it's better.
suppose Rana can too, since she's on top.
Oh, insight? Okay.
Uh,
Insight. Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's much better. It's almost a 2.
as the creatures come out, there's no noticeable difference, but a change in the behavior of this giant creature when the bone amalgam begins to charge towards it. As more and more distance is put between you and the bone amalgam, it seems less interested in the doom engine with this larger amalgam charging it. But it's not entirely clear because it is so massive, filling up the sky at this point. Many red eyes bearing down on you. The dragon is the first to arrive. It's much faster than the other creatures that were summoned. And see some, what is it? It sprays a breath of, I think it was a black dragon, so a cone of this necrotic, acrid, caustic spray, and immediately just gets swatted out of the sky. You're not sure if it did anything to the Rithenter, but annoyed it.
Worth the annoyance.
You'll get him next time, Terry.
Terry the dragon. Next, the wyvern comes streaking in. The creature tries to swat it, but the wyvern is pretty fast. It dives out of the way. sort of wheeling in air and trying to get behind it. It's a lot of creature to get behind, so it's flying for a while before it's going to get there. Next, the tiny skull, long since lost track of where it was, since you can't, such as so small, until a ball of fire explodes on the side of this towering risen toward. Like, it was probably the flame skull, because that's what they do.
Yep.
Yeah.
Couple more blasts in quick succession. It's unloading on it, just as it would have unloaded on you. All of it seems to be minor annoyances rather than any serious concern to this behemoth of a monster. The first of the smaller amalgams that were launched off of it get near, and the towering Risentor just lifts a foot and smashes down onto this amalgam, crushing it underfoot. You lose sight of it. But the bigger one gets closer. It seems almost... It's probably not concerned with you. It seems to, not unlike an elephant with a mouse, it takes a step backwards.
Ooh.
In fact, it's such a strange motion that it may not have even seen the smaller amalgam and stepped on it by accident.
Okay.
And that's where it would end.
No.
Oh, you guy, you.
is
We started 10 minutes late.
I was here on time.
Rude. The worst. The worst.
Oh, actually, we'll do this part. So as all this is going on, the elves do meet the engine, and signaled by Rana, they're a little apprehensive, but I imagine that you slow for them and let them climb aboard.
Yeah, Rana will help them climb up onto the
Okay.
top if that's something she can help them do.
Climb to the top. Not. I mean,
On the back
yeah,
door.
they can do that. Yeah. They're all. Are they all the same height? They are. They're surprisingly all the same height. Not a lot of things there.
The legendary paladin triplets.
Yeah. 2 men and a woman. They're wearing chain, except for one's wearing plate, and one of them moves into the inner, the helm, the where Tonus and Liger are driving. No, not she, Lorcan. He takes a look around and concentrates for a moment, places his hand on the console, and the engine begins to shimmer out of view.
Where have these guys been the whole time?
Oh,
They've been
shit.
waiting.
I mean, like, I would have liked to have learned how to do this a long time ago.
It's got that invisibility for
Objects.
engines.
Yeah. It's a very specialized skill. Not many people learn it because it's so niche. But that's the kind of guy he is.
I learned invisible Doom Engine.
Mhm.
Target Doom Engine turns invisible.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And that's where it'll end.
Okay, so back in the tank. Everybody inside. Okay.
Damn, good sesh.
Yeah. Is it Sunday yet? Can we play tomorrow?
No.
Well, actually,
Bruh.
I'll make us free now.
And tomorrow has become grocery day.
Yeah.
Nice. Because today wasn't.
Yes.
Also, you have the baby.
Well,
there.
I mean, we just didn't want to.
That's fair. I also
Also
have
valid.
value
Yeah.
about things.
Today became laundry day.
Yeah.
Oh, their armor is mithril reinforced with adamantine.
Ooh,
Oh, cool.
very fancy.
Yes, Rana will introduce them.
You're a
Next-
mithril, or is it
next
an
time.
alloy mithril?
I believe it's pronounced alloy.
The finest golds.
Oh,
and
dude, I love
silvers
Horizon
from,
Zero Dawn.
Right? That's such a cool
Lindell.
game.
Linden.
Lindenberry?
What's the river elves place? Linden?
What?
Lord of the
What are we
Rings.
talking
Never mind.
Rivet.
about? Oh,
Rivendell?
Not
Or-
Rivendell.
Capital
No,
city of
Frodo.
Rivendell.
Frodo Rivendell. No. It's the not the river elves. Sorry, the original elf place. Where they all came
Valinor?
from.
Eleanor
a
Rigby?
city?
what?
Lothlorien.
Was it Lothlorien?
No, where the elves are from, not Middle Earth, Valinor.
Valinor? Yeah.
I don't know what I'm tripping over them.
All right, bye Twitch.